Okay, I'm back for part two. So we left off, we'd just gone through each one of these little tools up here, except the envelope edit tool. I don't really get what the difference between that is and just a normal arrow, because when you hit the normal arrow, you can double click on the envelope, so it doesn't seem to really give you much extra. And just in case you didn't get it, because I went kind of fast, make sure the selection edit tool is pretty nice if you want to select multiple things at once. So you can highlight. See how I'm just drawing a box and touching these five objects, and then I can move them all at once. But then we also did discover that if you have your auto ripple on and you just grab one downstream, it's going to move everything upstream. See, if you come up here and you grab it, it just ignores the stuff that's downstream from it. In other words, to the left of it. And versus if you move this, it's only affecting the things to the right. So that's kind of a neat tool right there. So I will turn that off for now. Now what I want to show you how to do is reverse a clip and also make it go into slow motion if you don't know how to do that. So slow-mo, I'm going to turn that back on. I had to ignore grouping off, so I was moving them separately. So slow motion, I'm going to go in here, and if you don't know this, S splits it, right? I'm going to split this clip, and let me slow-mo this one clip here. It's kind of already slow-mo, whatever. So I'm going to use the shift key. See, if you get right to the edge of the clip and you start to pull on it, it'll just stretch it out. But if you hold the control key, those little guys come out, and then boom, it goes to slow-mo. And you can see like a little black line all over that clip when you do that. So you can slow-mo that. And there is a limit. So you can only, if it's a small clip, you can only make it go so slow. And if you want to make it go even slower, you would have to like pull it out to its limit until it stops, render that little part of the video, then bring that one part that you rendered back into your timeline, and then you could stretch it again because it wouldn't know that it had just been stretched. So you can keep doing that to make it really, really super slow. So you can do that, and in the final edit, I'll pick a better part of the song to slow-mo so it looks better. Now I want to do a reverse. So if you want to reverse a clip, you can right-click on it, and then you come over here, and there it is, reverse. Since I right-clicked on the audio, it's going to put the audio in reverse. It's kind of weird. Or if you right-click the video part, you can reverse the video. So I did them both. Why is it still building in peaks? It took a while. Whatever. So now it's going backwards. It's like the devil. I think I just heard Satan talk. Crazy. But reversing a clip can be very cool for special effects. We'll do a video later on with that. But just imagine like if you like take a basketball, you hold it in your hand or a ball, and you drop it, and you record that. Then you reverse the clip. It looks like you got the force because you're like you just suck the ball up from the ground up to your hand. So if you're a little mindful, you can do some really cool effects with a reverse clip. Next thing I want to show you how to do is a freeze frame and a still shot, and then highlight something. So what's something that's like awesome in this video? I don't know if there's anything awesome. Hey, look, there's a baby. Let's highlight that baby. So I want a freeze frame right in that little baby.
Oh, his account number? Yeah, it is.
I think I might have to pause this in a second. My wife's on the phone. So I'm going to split the screen right here. I'm going to move it off. I'm going to get it right back, the playhead, right on the area that I want to highlight and freeze frame.
Michael Richter.
Let me pause this. Okay, I'm back. Just buying some tickets to go to Mexico. Nice, huh? Using their mileage. So here we are. We got this thing. I want to make a freeze frame of this thing. So what you want to do before you make your freeze frame is you want to get your picture that you're previewing highest quality possible. So I'm going to go up to best, full. So now I have a full high quality. I mean, it doesn't really see much of a difference in this one, but it's better. And now I hit that little disk icon. You guys probably don't even know what that is. You've never seen one of those before. So that's a floppy disk, old school. So when you hit that, it's going to bring up a document, a little dialogue. And I'm going to save it inside my docs for whatever, image one. Just keep track of where you put your stuff. If I were you, I would make like a folder for each video project. I noticed some of you have been doing that. And then you put all your stuff in that one folder. That's like the smartest way to do it. So I'm not smart, so I'm just going to save it in my docs. And I call it image one. And then it just showed up in my project media. By the way, project media kind of keeps track of all the different files that you're using in your video. Now I can grab that image and I can bring it down and drop it in place. And basically what happens now is I'm playing it. Baby comes up, freeze frame, oh, nice. And then back to video. So that's like a really nice thing for the football players. I know when they're making their videos, it's nice to be able to do that, to kind of freeze the play right before it starts, locate the player, there he is. And now what I can do is, and if you really want to be sweet, I would go back to the original clip even, and you could bring it forward. So you kind of get a little taste of it. You see it, and then you kind of almost go back a half second. Now I want to show you how to add a graphic to that to really highlight that area and be like, hey, everybody, look at this. This is the thing I want you to see. So go to Fireworks, start. If some of you guys in my web design class, this is good stuff for you. But if you haven't taken web design yet, you should, because it's an awesome class. But go into Macromedia, and it's called Fireworks, and it's on everybody's computer. Open that sucker up, and then you're going to start a new file. File new, and make it, whatever size. I don't know, about 500 by 500. It depends on what screen you're doing. And then you want to make your canvas transparent. So I went to canvas color, made it transparent. And then you can do whatever object you want. Now I'm going to do is just, for this thing, a simple thing. I'm going to draw a circle. Hey. And I don't want I want to have an edge to it. I'm going to make it a blue edge. And let me make it a little bit thicker. And now I don't want to have it black in the middle. I want to make it transparent. So I'm going to hit that little transparent thing, or I can go to here and say none. So now I have a little blue circle. Neat. And I want to be cool. I'm going to add a filter to it, and I want to do a little, how about a little glow? Yeah, a little red glow. Oh, it's amazing. So what I want to do is save this file, and I will save it inside of my pictures. Why not? No, my docs. And I'll call this ring, like the ring. Crazy. Now, as long as you save it as a PNG file, when you come into Vegas and you go out and you find that sucker and explore my docs, remember you may have to hit refresh to see the ring. And there it is, ring PNG. When you drag that sucker down, boom, it will be transparent all around it. And now I just have that little, oh my God, how did I do that? It's like the perfect size. I rock, I know. Alright, so that's how you do Fireworks, highlight something. I did a freeze frame. I've split tracks, I've done slow-mos, done all the things. I think I'm about done. Well, last thing is using some track motion. So let's say the baby is crawling a little bit, and I wanted this thing to go with him. Ooh, that was weird. Basically, the reason I think... Whatever. The reason that it'd be better if I had a clip continuously with the baby crawling. I'll find something else. But if you use event pan crop, and which you certainly can do to make it move when you add your keyframes, it's just a little bit. I don't think you get to track it as well. You don't get to see like where the keyframe is. I mean, I can sit here and click on it, and I get to preview it over here at the same time. But if you go and add a track motion to it, as you know from doing your 3D. I'm going to do 3D. You don't even have to do 3D source. I guess I can just say have it normal. But here's the track motion. I like the track motion here because when I add the keyframes in, first of all, it is on the whole track. That is one thing you got to keep in mind. So I want to just get to the spot that I want to get to. Hey, where did the whole video go? What did I do? I went too far. I had to zoom out some. So here, see what I'd like to see is as I slide this guy here, this playhead, over here the playhead in the main movie also moves with it. So now I'm able to really get back. There it is. I'm able to really line it up exactly where I want it. And that part is nice. Maybe I'll dock this. So then you can just get over here. There, it's better. So you can really fine-tune it better that way. And I can get right to that ring. And see, when I clicked on here, it didn't correspond, so I got to go back here. I'm going to zoom out so I can get there quicker. There, right there. Now I can zoom way in. And so now I can add a keyframe there. And that will anchor it. because you don't want to move that one. Remember, if I start meshing with that first keyframe, then everything downstream is going to be affected by that. So I want to keep that first one there and leave it blank. And then I want to add another one immediately after that. And that's when I want to start messing with this track. Of course, I think in this video there's nothing over there. So now I can take this and I can move it a little bit. Slightly, whatever. And then I can go over here and I can add another keyframe. It looks like I dropped 2 keyframes. And I can move it back. And basically what I can do, why I like track motion, is because I see the keyframes here and they're corresponding up here, and I'm moving this playhead and I get to move that playhead, so I get to really preview it. I can do a lot better job with controlling it. And of course this is not a really good thing to use my track motion on. So I'll find another part in the video to do a better job with. But that part took me a long time. So what you want to do is, if you did it like me, you just like all over the place, you have this mess. Now take some time and kind of clean it up a little bit. Label your different things when you're doing your, especially your audio. So you use your lower third graphics to do that. Make sure you have your reverse clip in there, your slow-mo, and have all your things and make it really obvious and have it labeled. And don't make your video like 4 minutes long, please. Like 60 seconds would be pretty nice. Unless it's like totally amazing, it's got to be longer. So do that, and then when you're done, of course, you're going to, maybe I need to do this one more time. I'm just going to render it and upload it and put it in my Dreamweaver. If you don't need to see this, get out of here. You're done with the video. Go do it. You don't need to watch me anymore. But some of you still maybe need a little more practice with this. So let's pretend this was my whole video right here. So I'm going to go File, Render. I am going to choose to render it as a Windows Media Video. I am going to choose to 3 million bits per second. I'm going to render the loop region only because I drew a little loop around the area I wanted. I'm going to keep track of where I put it, and I'm not going to call it untitled. I'm going to call it Richter, video I, and this is just like the test one. And I'm going to put it inside my docs, so I save it. Boom, boom, boom. It takes a few seconds, whatever. Meanwhile, I pop over to YouTube, and I come over to Quaker Vision. That site's amazing. I love it. I'm going to log in, and this part here is actually, look at this, I'm already logged in. No, I'm logged into Quaker Video. A neat thing I want to show you is to get your embed code, as soon as you upload it, you can get it immediately. So that will definitely be worth your time to watch another few seconds of this. So I sign into this, upload, pick my file. Hello. I think I put it inside my docs, right? Call it Richter or something like that. Richter Video Test 1. Open that. Upload. Okay, this is about done. I think the original video that I made, I told you not to put your name in there, but actually I think it's better to do that. Upload failed. Probably the thing wasn't done yet. I don't know. I'll try that again. Okay, I uploaded again. The last one wasn't all the way done rendering. I uploaded too soon. So what I wanted to show you is, first of all, I want to tell you that with the title, I think it actually is better to put your name in there. It's a lot easier to find it later if you need to. Then you can also put in the description. But right here in the embed code, it puts it there for you immediately. So you don't need to do that. You don't need to go out and find the video. You just right click and grab that embed code as soon as it uploads. If it was successful, pop over to Dreamweaver and open up your page. Now I don't have one, but let's just pretend. Now what you really should do is type in the title first. Video I, what is this called? Random tour de force, whatever. Tour de force. You know what that means? Look it up if you don't. Hit enter a couple times. Then go into the code view because I'm embedding code. And by hitting the enter a couple times, you can kind of see where you are, and you want to make sure you get your embed code between these two paragraphs where put in that little and NBSP thing. That stands for blank space. So I want to get rid of that blank space, but I still want those little paragraphs there. And then I want to paste in the embed code. Then click away from there and go back to design view. Make sure you're still inside your body. Sometimes people come outside of the body and they paste it down there. It doesn't work. You come back to design, there you go. You should see it. Now you can save that file. You'll be good to go. Everything's good. And hopefully you'll get this and have a little fun with it.